All right, traders. Hey, we are live. Friday night live stream. Josh and I meditating. Didn't know we were going to get that amazing music with the countdown, but here we are, traders. Guys, this week, what a fun week. We're going to talk about it,
I have an
chat,
echo.
hang out.
I have an echo. Hold on. I have an echo.
All right.
And I've got everything on pause on my end.
Ingrid Alsey, how are we doing? How are we doing? Saline girl, what is going on? Did you guys have a good week? So let us know if you have an echo as well. This week ended up being actually pretty good. The volatility came back in small caps, at least for UGRO, ARTL. Today was massive here. We're going to go over it, and I want to go over Josh's trade too. We're gonna have a little movie night, TCGL style, back from when TCGL, those days, a few months ago. You know, Josh, TCGL kind of cemented our relationship, didn't it? What are you guys drinking tonight? Joe's going to be in here, by the way, in maybe 30 minutes or so. He's probably watching he's eating some Mexican food in Ohio. Said it's the best out there. Having a good old time. Joe, where you at?
Yeah, where's Joe?
You still have an echo. Just turn the off-stage feed at the bottom. Just click that button. Maybe it'll fix it.
Off stage feed. Hold on a sec. Where?
In the bottom left corner of EV Mux. The listen off stage feed. Maybe it's that.
Got it.
I don't know. Try that.
Clicked it.
You guys having an echo?
Oh, we're good.
There we go. Okay, good. Yeah, that happens when you're streaming, right? Where it's so that happened during the call-in show one time, where it's so hard to focus because you're hearing like this echo chamber in your mind. It's like I'm trying so hard to listen, but I'm just echo. So how are you doing, Josh? How was the week?
Good.
We're going to get into TCGL here in a little bit. Did you take advantage of this volatility? Like the UGRO? Dude, okay, so traders. Massive short squeeze on UGRO. I mean, traders were getting absolutely annihilated. And then you saw even today with ARTL, Josh, where they offeringed out, and we still kept seeing that irrationality. So something that I've even talked to with as far as some of the big dogs go is, look, you used to back in the day, you'd get like 100, 200% movers, and that would be wild at volatility. But these black sheep come about, and then it's like you get 1,000% mover, and you really have got to, like the saying goes, when you're wrong, do not stay wrong, because otherwise in the low float world, you'll get annihilated. Because ARTL today had, what was it, 750,000 in the float. Saline girl making the dirty margarita. Yep. Got some bourbon going over here. Got it for tonight. The Cooper's Craft, chiseled and charred. Cheers to you. And Ingrid Alsey, good. Having a good week. Learning. Doing some green on the paper. That's good, though. Very good. Yeah, you had the 750,000 float ticker, Josh, that had 50 million shares traded at the open. 50 million shares traded. So we know that when the float rotation happens, 50x. I've learned this for the longest time. On the short side, avoid unless you're like taking the very predictable piece of the move. Now, ARTL, this doesn't happen often, but fortunately was able to capitalize on the long and short of it. That's always been a dream of mine, Josh, just catching both sides of it. I know you caught the long side of it at the open, didn't you? With you in your chat.
What's that, Artle today? Artle Fartle?
Yeah. Artle Fartle.
Yeah, that was right out of the gate. Do the halt strategy. It was TCGL. We got that gap halt strategy, which really worked out, So I love that, I've talked about that with TCGL, which we'll go over in a minute. But where you get that gap in the halt go, bro, it's all I'm looking for. When I see that first halt up, what do we get after that? Do we get a big gap up? And if we do get a huge gap up, well, that's the first thing I'm looking for is that. Oh, wow, we got a $1 gap up. We got a $2 gap up. Well, if I know I got that out of the first halt up and we gapped up $2, well, probably the next halt up, if we move into a halt up, will be $1. And we'll show TCGL kind of what my theory was there for Artle. And so, yeah, I jumped in the live stream, got that next gap up into another halt up, and it was magical. And then, yeah, then you actually, which I'm like, I should have thought about that. Hey, it just halted down. There's going to be a gap down. It's just so hard to flip immediately to that short side. But, man, good kudos to doing that.
Yeah, I wanted to show that too, because this was, I got the account disabled today, guys. The account got disabled for the right reason today. Maybe next week you tune in for the Friday night live stream. Maybe hopefully not disabled for the other reason. But yeah, today ended up being really good. Got scaled it. This is going to be the third scale on this 25K. And this is where I went hard on the Artle short down. Because look, Josh, essentially we halted, and this is exactly what you teach, Josh. We've halted up twice. That's why when I went in 750 shares, when I saw the selling pressure moving in after that second halt, I'm like, dude, I am jumping in on that because we know the rubber band effect happens, right?
Baby.
We know the rubber band effect happens where you go straight up and gravity takes over, traders. Gravity takes over. But again, you have to be quick about this. Again, they can go up into third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. Oftentimes not. Well, TCGL. We'll get into it. That one, how many halts were there? It was like a halt fest all day. But yeah, it ended up being a really good day today, guys. Just taking the long and short of it. On both sides, ARTL, with the momentum out of the gates, and then third halt, which was a sell-off, profit taking down. It just ran so much. It's inefficient. It's inefficient when you get an imbalance of buyers and sellers to that degree.
Imbalance. Yeah.
That's when you got to pull the trigger. You just have to pull the trigger. But anyways, yeah. How was dinner over there, Josh? What did you cook up? You said you were cooking something.
Simple tonight. Just did crunch wraps, grilled up some chicken, cut up some potato, put those, they're in the air fryer. Very much a bachelor type of night tonight. It's very simple. March Madness still on. Razorbacks had the bad loss last night. It is what it is. Have to move on with that. You're gonna lose, unfortunately. But there are some people like yourself that don't lose, and they go short on battle, and they destroy their competition.
Dude, battle. Here's my dilemma, Josh. For those that have voted for me for this competition, for one, congratulations, because you are on the throne like myself over here. Last week, what did we make? 150K, and then this week 150K. I mean, look, this is just pocket change at this point. So,
just nothing. Yeah, just a little. Yeah.
The problem now is Battle's given up the entire move essentially already. So moving into the final week, we're going to have some thinking we got to do because we have to stick to these 5 tickers. So we got some thinking to do, traders. We'll formulate a strategy and win. I mean, we've been sitting on top this whole competition. I mean, we've been waiting for competition. Mike, we've been waiting for competition. Where has it been? I don't know, but maybe it'll come next week. For
when you
Valerie's been. Yeah, I know. It was that dude. SMX would have been huge too. Where did SMX go to? That would have been better. Really, is that a sub $10? Yeah, we're at $8 on SMX, dude. That would have been even better than Battle, because start of the competition, that thing was like, I don't know, January, February, March, like 13, 14, maybe that wouldn't have been better. BNAI was the other one I was thinking about, but she's been holding up fairly well too. All would have been profitable, but went from under 8. Yeah, that Mike, that 400 to under $8, and then 8 to 400. Yeah. Did you keep your eyes on the VCX IPO, Josh, over the last few days? Oh my God! Look at this! Look at this chart, guys. No, not traders. Look at this. Get a kick out of this. VCX. You want to see the Wild Wild West? Yeah, this thing IPO'd
Right.
$30 to over 500, all the way back down to, well, I mean, 160 right now. We haven't full round tripped yet, but so this one reminds me too of Swimmer, which IPO. That's one I want to keep on watch too. Swimmer's in a little bit of a bear flag right now. That's a back burner play for next week, but
Yeah, I was hoping
all
maybe
right.
today if over 40 would get to squeeze in and go in and roll, and it just never got that. And then, oh well.
Oh,
But
you were
now, yeah,
looking for
now
that
it's more in
break,
that bear slip
yeah,
to it. It's failed so
yeah.
many times. Yeah.
All right, let's see the TCGL. Got it pulled up.
All right, hold on. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I stopped sharing. Yeah, hold on. Entire screen. Boom, here we go. Oh boy. Oh boy.
So, traders,
Oh
stick
boy.
around. By the way, we'll do a 5K giveaway. On the 10:30 or so. So stick around. So right now we got Mr. Josh TCGL. So you want to give them a little backstory on this for those that are new in here? You're
Sure.
like,
Yeah, this is
where do
great.
I
This is
start?
so.
Where do I start?
Yeah. So I literally just joined you guys. So luckily, I come over and join you guys on the live stream, and you're looking at TCGL, and I'm going, wow, this thing has not only seen one gap up to another halt up, it's seen another massive gap up to another halt up. At this point, I'm a little chasey, but I'm like, okay, I'm going to get in on the 1, 2, third halt up, and we'll probably see one more gap up. Won't be big, and you'll hear me even mention if I play this long enough. 1875 should be hit, maybe move to 20. That's kind of my goal here. There's a quick little scalp. I like this for one last pop up, and like you were even doing, going in maybe for a short. And so my strategy is a halt strategy, right? Which I see massive halt up, massive gap up. And we find another halt up, and I've missed it. This is the one we watched live together, and we come down. This is my halt strategy, which you can, unfortunately, which we're going to get there, Michael Katz, that we've talked about, where you can put orders in when the play is halted. And I would have put orders in at this area where we halted up at, and it's such a lightning bolt down to it, into that area right there, right? So it's you put orders in and surround where we halted up at. That's where you get the best entry. If not, you wait for it to fly up, so it's flying into a halt up. You get in. And so let's watch this real quickly. Here we go.
Look at your face. You're just having a blast. I can't hear it though. Can you guys hear it? You have the volume
Can you
on.
hear the audio? Can you hear the audio?
No. No.
Oh, okay. Now,
Now try it. No. No audio.
hold on. Well, I'll stop sharing here. It says also share. I haven't turned on. It says also share audio. Entire screen one. Boom. So I turned it on there. So let's see if it works now. Just let me know.
Nada. Nada. Nada.
Huh. I wonder why we're not getting that right there. So I have the.
Oh. Rachel. Left your phone at the restaurant. Oh man, they've been drinking. That food, yeah, Rachel, that food looked amazing though. Yep, Joe sent it over. Whew. So yeah, TCGL. This play again was what really cemented the relationship here with Josh and I. I mean, we started with the small cap series, which was a hit. I mean, the small cap series was great. If you guys want to learn how to trade small caps, you got to throw in the plug here. I mean, look, we spent a lot of time on that. It's like a whole docu series. We should message like Netflix, try to get it on there. Not docu series, how to trade small caps. Netflix. I mean, look, for the small payment of $1 million, let's just throw it on there. So,
You're my cat.
Oh yeah, I think she agrees. So the small cap series was great, but then we got to TCGL, right? Which Josh took full advantage of. He's like, this thing had already gone
Right.
from what $8 to $17 traders, and then a little pullback. And Josh is like, okay, yeah, I'm starting a position here. I'm getting in it, and then straight up and halted at what? Like, what was the first halt on that thing?
Well, right here is what's funny. I just said right here. I just said on the stream, and even when he was like, I was like, I'm long. I'm using my halt strategy here, but I got in right here. You can see. Well, actually, I don't know if not quite yet, but we'll go to my screen. God, I hate that we can't hear what my. I don't understand why tonight we're having trouble with this, but because when I share my screen, I have that click on. I'll click it again. Is there anything else I need to do? And I'll just do Brave. I'll
Not
just do
that I
this.
know.
Brave.
Not that I know.
We'll do window. Where's this one right here? Yeah, share. Share with audio. So I don't know.
Yeah, I was working earlier. That's weird. I don't know.
Is it not coming through?
No, it's not coming through.
Huh. That is what we'll have to do a test next time before we'll do, I guess, on the next one. So I have all these pulled up before we go live. But yeah, I've to share.
Send them to me if you have the exact
Here,
mark. I'll try it on
share.
my end.
Yeah. Oh, I do. Yeah. Here. Okay. So the first one would be you have the link, right?
Yeah, just send it over.
Hold on a sec. I got it. Share on. Let's do that. Yeah. Hold on. We'll do this.
Ross Schumann, because I joined.
Start
What are
it.
you guys?
Stream.
What are you guys working on tonight? What are
Copy.
you guys drinking? Is this a celebratory Friday night live stream for you guys? Your stream is an echo on your YouTube page too, Mike DeRitter.
Right there. Is that come? I think there's a YouTube page being played somewhere on there's. I keep getting an echo, but I don't have one playing on my end. I know it's weird. It's for me.
The other two are fine. Josh's is echoing. There's 3 of them between Kevin TTPs. Okay, Josh.
Well, I turned mine off, and I turned my live stream off. Okay, fix it. I don't hear an echo. Okay, cool. I think everyone's good. I, for whatever reason, am hearing an echo, and I don't really know why tonight. It's weird.
Just take another puff. Let's we'll move on. We'll move on to the next segment of the Friday night live.
I feel like I do now, but I don't have Try it now. I fixed it. Oh no, I didn't. Because that just muted everything. That makes no sense.
It's all in our head, Mike. It's all in our head. Mike, how was your week? So, guys, I mean, look, next week we're likely going to be seeing some fairly strong action in the small cap land after the UGRO ARTL. Josh, what did you think of UGRO?
I figured it out.
Oh boy! All right.
No, it was my Discord. I don't know where it was playing at, but it was off of my Discord. I have no idea why, but it was on my Discord playing because it had the little. I finally found it, because you can go to your tabs, and that top left of the tab, it'll have like that little microphone that shows that it's on. And I'm scrolling through all my fucking tabs, bro. Like, where? I'm going through all, and it's freaking me out because I know it's got to be on my end because you sound perfect. Figured it out. So anyway, we're good to go now. It was on my Discord somehow. I had it playing, I guess. We're good. Yeah, I ate. I was like, I'm not drinking tonight. I don't want to drink. I'm gonna be good to go. I'm like, I want to be the first night on Trade the Pool. Anyway, but let's see here. I want to try this one more time. I do want to try this one more time.
Yeah, try it one more time. We execute here, traders. That's what we do. That's what Trade the Pool does.
Hey, even if we lose, we will win. So you can try on your end. Yeah, if you win, is that the? Oh, that's you. What you're gonna show you? I saw you're gonna share your screen on UGRO. What you're doing on UGRO?
Yeah, I was just going to share this insanity. So I saw some traders that were short on this. Like
Okay.
so what is this is edge erosion, right? We have the first green day up. Look, well, here guys, traders, look, we have got to take this pattern recognition and move that into next week. I'm telling you, traders have a very short memory. They have good memories. The memory's just very short.
Right.
And you either grow or you die. And you grow is a great example of this. We got to clip that. This is too much fun.
You grow or you die. Damn. We're getting morbid tonight. Tonight on Unsolved Stock Mysteries. Tonight on that scared me back in the day. That'd be like like a scary and that's what go ahead and preach, but go ahead.
So here's the thing with Ugrow, real quick. I know we're having a good time here, guys. But Ugrow on March 23rd had a power hour squeeze. I think there we go. Now you can see it. On March 23rd had a power hour squeeze, zombie hour. And then what happened? Kind of slowly reeled in shorts the following day. Then day 3 squeezed another zombie hour squeeze on it end of day after accumulating shorts. So it's just understanding what these things are doing end of day. I mean, because Ugrow was doing, look, zombie hour, that's a time frame, zombie hour, in which a lot of shorts step away, and where, if you're more long biased, you can find more edge perhaps into zombie hour, because a lot of short guys, as a primary short seller, I'm speaking from experience here. Shorts oftentimes they'll take the short early in the day into the volatility where there is liquidity, where there's a lot of liquidity. They'll take that early short, and statistics show, which you'll find out in a Chat with Traders interview I did here soon, that majority of these tickers, it's like 70-some%, by end of day will be red. So they're just getting liquidity at the start of the day, and they're fading that volume till end of day, where they leave at least something on. So there's a lot of shorts that are usually in these plays for end of day. So you get volume coming in for a squeeze and shorts covering. That's why we see these significant moves end of day. Anyways, enough teaching. TCGL, Josh, let's get it.
I'll share my screen again and see if that works. If not, then you can try your side. And like I said, so let's see what happens here. I'll press play. Let's see if it comes through.
No.
Hold on, I have it on mute. Hold on.
No. Unfortunately not, but yeah, I mean, break it down for us.
I have the link though. See, so you try on your end. I'll put the link right there on the live stream just a second ago, and actually have it here. I'll copy and paste it. Share, start at that time, and so here I'll put it in the chat. See if that you can try on your side, and see here. Hold on, my bad. Let me put it on your side. Boom, bam, boom. All right, there we go. Copy and paste that, and see if you can then pull it up. Because oh gosh, bro, these are golden. A few of these are super golden, especially the well, we know which ones are golden. So see if you can try on your end.
Where do you send it to me?
I put it on. Is it not on the YouTube? I guess it didn't maybe come through here. I'll put it on.
Just text it to me.
Okay, cool. I was gonna put on the EV mug, so we can do that. Post a comment. Boom. Can I do that? Did that come through?
Private.
There you go.
Okay, perfect.
Try that. Yeah, right there. Try that guy. That's linked right to it. That should go right to right where I enter in, just to start off at least the race. Please work, because this is freaking crazy.
Yeah, this was amazing. Okay, got it, and we will share it. And pop it up, and let me know if you can hear it.
Watch it. Remember, we've talked about the candles getting bigger, smaller. Bigger expansion means more push to the upside.
Fake halt. They call
and more
that's a
push to
real
the
vault
upside.
right there.
So what is this? 458. Last one was only 286. Expansion of candles, right? We're getting expansion. We're not getting contraction.
I'm taking the halt strategy here. I did jump in long there. 1768. I'm long.
Josh just sneaks that in. I'm getting in there. $17. $17 there. I'm getting it. Love it. All right, let's keep
For
it
the
going.
move to 20, 1875.
Do I keep it playing?
Yeah, no, go ahead. You can go to round 2. That's just kind of me.
I have to like.
Okay, so that's the introduction there.
Yeah, there's the introduction. Here comes round 2 as we're starting to move on up here. So click on that one, round 2. And then you're going to get my expression from my face as I'm kind of starting to get surprised here. And this is before we get really surprised. Because we get real surprised. I mean, you're going to see some nasty, nasty, awesome movement.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
You gonna pull that?
Yeah. This is so funny. This was, dude, this was what, and we've been trading for so long too. It's the fact that we were as shocked as we were, right?
Yeah.
All right, let me know if
I'm not even gonna sell here. I'm still in 50 shares, but I'm not even gonna sell any of them because we're about to halt up again. Wow. Here we go. I'll show my screen real quickly, then we can get to it, and then boom. Here we go. So you can see the entry price right there, blue line, got in there, and I was going to sell some here at the top. I probably should have maybe because we don't know if we're going to get a gap down here. It'd be nice to sell some, but I think we get one more pop up here. I'm going to sell. I'm going to probably sell after this open. I'm going to probably get down to, I'm going to go ahead and just put it in now. I'm going to go from 10 to 25. I was going to scale out 10 at a time. I'm going to go immediately as this opens up. I'm going to get 25 out and be down to 25 shares. But just shows you I'm still in 50 shares. I'm on the 50 shares at 386.
Okay, so we're going to break it down a little bit for those that weren't there. All right. You start at the position like 1770, something like that, right?
Right.
And then
yeah.
68. And then you scaled out some right around 21, scaled out some more at 23. And guys, we haven't even gotten started yet.
Wait till exactly. Go ahead and keep clicking.
Sorry.
Go to round 3 here. Because round 4 that's what I put. Round 4 is where things get real interesting. Oh man, this is good stuff. Yeah, this move is unprecedented for sure. So this is definitely, and a lot of the guys in chat got to sit there and watch it that were there that day. So or gals as well. Don't forget my ladies in chat. But yeah, it was I mean, even for you, like I said, it's one of those ones where you just were not expecting this. Usually you get your U-grows, your whatever of the world that go to 30, maybe 50 at most. Not this. You just wait and see. Round 3, fight.
I love hearing that from you. The objectivity. Like, I'm just going to take the short, when this thing, you work both sides of it. I love it.
So it's like, I'm ready to get out of this long because it is starting to, it's already, like worrying me. Oh, here we go. We're live. We are live here, team. And I just sold 25 more shares at $29.17. I am up $287 on 25 shares. Is this bonkers? I don't know, but I think it is. Let's go. Wow. This is absolutely
congrats.
Real.
Oh, work. Dude, I closed mine, by the way. But I am going to revisit it. When it starts going down, I'm getting that money back.
Yeah.
I don't think I did get that money
real quickly,
back.
Michael's asking. No, Michael, it got, and me and Kevin never heard of this because I text Kevin. I'm on the Peloton looking it up. It got H11. I've heard of T12, so who hasn't? Well, if you've traded small caps and micro caps, right? No, it wasn't a pink sheet. This is a normal ticker, and it went on this bananas move. Go to if you can't go, you should be able to go like an hourly chart or a 1 year, 1 day chart because it still pulls up for me on Thinkorswim. I can still pull it up on TOS by Schwab, and you'll see it go from 10 to about 125 in market. Then after hours went to 425, 450 or something like that, truly. And it got H11. Essentially, it's like a version of T12. Hey, we need some information because we don't believe what happened that day is legal, and we want to know what the hell you just did. So literally, look it up. If you go look it up, it's on like NASDAQ.com on their halt scanner. It's still sitting there like QMs. QMMM got T12 back in September of last year, still sitting there halted. And same thing there for TCGL. It got literally the next day. I think it was the next day, wasn't it, Kevin? The next day, it got H11, or the day after that. It was within a day or two or so.
Yeah. Did you just explain the H11? Sorry, I'm drinking.
Yes, I did. Yes,
Okay.
essentially.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
I was about to explain that.
Let me tell you what a T12 is, or an H11.
Well, yeah, let me tell you guys a little bit about H11 real quick.
Yeah. Don't be involved in one.
Well, I just realized, I'm streaming to different YouTube, my channel, Josh's channel, and TTP. So if you're commenting on mine, I'm not quite seeing it right now. I'll get to it though in a little bit. But
just go to round 4. Go to round 4 here. Go to round 4.
Oh, this is great. This is great right here. All right, are we live for it? All right, let's watch it.
Let's go.
So buy the rumor, sell the. Oh.
Up! Look at this gap up! Oh my God, we're at 53, baby! Oh my God! Oh my! Oh my! Oh my! Oh my God! What? Oh wow! What a barn burner, baby!
Come on,
if you kept going with that, keep going. Look, yeah. I think you're frozen. Wow. Watch, listen. How about that, brother? You're not talking. Look. He's speechless. Man, what a move, huh?
You're waiting for me to talk.
I am. I'm like,
I'm speechless. I mean, you think that's hilarious.
you think I'm frozen, right? Yeah, because I didn't have you pull up on EV Mugs. I'm so surrounded on charts. I don't have what you're looking at, or you.
You gonna give me something to work with, Kevin? You're like, you're like, hello.
And then I'm finally pulling up EV Mugs. Like, okay, where's it at? And on my tab, there it is. And I'm finally like, is he frozen? Like, is he just like?
Well, the thing too is we're live on the call-in show. That's the thing. I mean, which I don't even know if we had a caller that day, because we were telling them, look, we're laser focused on TCGL. If you want to call in, call
right.
in. But TCGL, like, we can't take this is a once in a blue moon kind of situation here.
Yeah.
In which case we had the 100% gap, another 100% gap. Dude, okay, so you sent the next one. Here's the thing, traders. Let me preface with this. So, we played the open, what is it called? Halt open game.
Well, hold on. No, this is round.
Okay, we're not on that one yet.
Round 5 here. Is that round 5 that I'm on already? I don't know what round I'm even on.
Yeah.
Round 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, round 5. The scare. You remember what you did to me? Do you remember how you hurt my heart sending in a race?
Dude, this is. I don't regret that at all.
Okay, well that's what this is. That's what this is. So that's what this is. So yeah. So I will tease this. So we have been sitting here in that halt up
for like an hour and a half.
An hour.
Yeah.
An hour. We had been sitting in a halt, that 29 halt. Like, oh my God.
And the thing is, you're laser focused, because for those that don't know what the LUDP volatility halts work, if you skip the 5 and you skip the 10 and you skip the 15, at that point it's just a random open. You don't know where it's going to open at, and you can't take your eye. If you're in the position, you can't take your eyes off of it at that point. You have to be. So it's an hour is an eternity, right? When you're in that for an hour, it's an eternity, because you're laser focused for 45 minutes. You can't take your eyes off the screen. All right, continue.
So hold on, so we're halted up from 29, and then that's why we just freaked out, like, oh my God, and then Kevin was speechless. We were halted for an hour and 10 minutes. So it's halted up at 54. So this is where we are doing the guessing game in between there. But in between doing the guessing game and literally being halted for an hour again in the end, which we didn't know, I've been sitting here for forever in this trade. And glued to it, and I am well out of water after all this talking. And then Avery too, because this is now beyond the call-in show. We're starting to move past when we normally typically leave live or go live, and I have to tell Avery, like, hey, I'm in this trade. I don't know when it's going to go live again, and I was going to get water at the same time. And as soon as I told Kevin I had to leave my seat, just like the mischievous child I am, he goes, oh, I am going to mess with Mr. Joshua Smith. and go ahead and show how you just completely messed with me as I am still in this trade, waiting for it to go live. Absolutely money. I'm going to do this real quickly and just tell her, hold on.
Okay. So he's leaving. He's in this trade.
Watch his, watch his little mischievous face go, oh, I couldn't wait for this. Oh, I couldn't wait.
It's open. He didn't hear me. Josh, it just opened. $75. Oh my god, dude!
A little shit you. Oh, you got me good. Oh, you got me good. Oh,
One more time.
Hopefully you guys have profited. We've had some good fun here on the live stream. Absolutely money. I'm gonna do this real quickly and just tell her. Hold on.
Okay. It's open.
You gotta go a little louder.
Didn't hear me. Josh, it just opened. $75.
Look at me. Look at my face. Look at oh man.
Oh my god, dude!
A little shit you.
Dude, you were so dialed in, man. You
This
were
could
like,
be like that right there could be on like America's Funniest Home Trader videos.
Man, we gotta start one of those. That was great.
All right,
and
then
we got
here we go, and then the finale. How this all ended off, my friend. This one was, well, when you get this, I'll tell you right now, it sends you through the roof. The last one astonished you, and I think it shocked you as much as I was so surprised. But this one sent you out of the seat. So this one we were already talking about a little bit before that. We were doing a guessing game where this is going to open up live, and truly, which is nuts. We're talking about, hey, we're giving away an eval. Whoever gets closest will win a 5K eval to where the open price is. We're even talking about, should we do Price is Right rules, and we said, well, we didn't say that, so whoever's closest wins. And we figured after another hour-long halt, we were about to be done in this trade for sure. We weren't thinking what we were going to get. It's definitely something that we weren't expecting. I will say that for sure, to say the least. Oh, and how crazy timingly right beforehand, and you'll listen to it here, I teased what I kind of teased. Just listen to how I teased exactly what happened. So I'm saying, hey, Trade the Pool, you should clip this. Watch a Trade the Pool streamer freak out as a play goes bananas. And I mean, as if it wasn't from the stock gods from above. I mean, listen to how this timing is. You would think this was scripted WWE, and this wasn't. Dude. This was one of the craziest movers so far of 2025 or 2026.
Nobody came close to the guess. I think that how far off was the number one guy? And we had a lot of people playing the game.
Yeah, it was like about $30 off.
We had a lot of people playing this game. Yeah. Guess the open, and nobody was close. That's why we were in utter shock. Everybody was. So.
And again, mention when we watched this, my entry price, which is that blue line you'll see at the bottom, $17.68.
Yeah. RPGL just got a random spike too through high days. Just FYI for those that are looking at anything else out there. Feed, FEED, cracked under 4. 4 was an important level to monitor. I can't wait to get back and watch some of those clips, especially the one.
2 for sure for me is the gap up, from when it did. We saw it gap up, and my natural reaction to that. And then the other one will be, when you tricked me. Oh man, I love it. I freaking love it. Yeah, it's good stuff though, man. This is good stuff. Got a couple on my Discord too. I got Wary saying 60. Got Hermit saying 68.25. All right, I'll throw them in there. Whatever.
Look at them. 69, 56.
And you got all the time in the world. There's no cutoff time. Cutoff time is when we finally see this thing open up live, which we have no idea when that's going to be.
We have no idea.
Oh yeah, this is how memories are made. Yeah, I'll never forget this smoke tuna for sure. And I'll have to make a post on this. Hopefully you too trade the pool. Joe, anyone else out there that does all that in the background, Carlo, all you guys, come on. We got to snip this up to a trade. Watch Trade the Pool. Small cap analysts, bank freak out, and whatever, and go bananas as TGLC go TCGL whatever.
Oh my god!
Oh my God! I'm not gonna steal. We gotta steal some there. Oh my! Oh my! Oh my! What? 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 Oh my!
Everybody's
Oh my
going
gosh!
crazy. Everybody's going
Oh
crazy.
my gosh! This is the biggest move ever. I've got my biggest move ever. It's a 100-point mover. Ah,
And there's T-Web, smoked tuna.
Oh,
Fred
everyone,
Austin trade.
yeah, just
Everyone was.
no one was anticipating a gap up to 115 essentially and run into it. And on top of the fact, not just everyone selling racing to it went into another halt up. That's what. Those are the two things that bonkers my mind. Yeah, the gap up, but I think even more so than the gap up. After an hour long, the two back-to-back hour-long halts, the fact that it went into another, like I was saying on my live stream earlier, I'm like, who is buying at 115? Like, let's keep going. Like,
where did it go from there? The 115. Did it halt up and then where did it? Where did it go from there?
It went up to around a couple dollars up. It didn't take long and halted up. It gapped up to about 125, and then that's where it went into a halt down. Right at 114 after that, after a gap down, and then stayed halted down for a while, and that's what opened up around like 60, and then worked its way back up.
Because I was with just going back and rewatching, if I had been in my right state of mind, I probably would have
shorted
started a small short.
Yeah, on that halt down, because there's gonna be just like earlier, there's gonna be a massive gap down for sure. And yeah, you would have made 50 points or 100. Well, I think we'll say 100. It was 114 down to about 60. So yeah, you would have made 50, 60 points just on who knows how many small shares. But yeah, that was that like I said, having that hour long and then another that big of a gap up. But the fact that there was that much buying or little, I mean, it didn't take long but just the fact that the people were buying that high to go into another halt.
Well,
it's crazy.
We gotta take a moment of silence for there were.
Can we play some music? Some sad Undertaker music.
You're trying to make me.
That one Sarah McLachlan song when you're watching the doll commercial at night. The Angel song.
There were GoFundMe's started, traders. This was a feast or famine story.
An angel.
Speaking of feast or famine, we have a gentleman now that's joining who just had a feast. How was your feast, Mr. Joe?
It was great. It was great. Can you hear me?
No, where are you at? I can't hear you. Where you at? I can't hear you.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I don't want to do it. This is where I would love. This is where we should have just mess with Joe for like 5 minutes.
Son of a.
It's believable because you always have technical issues.
Oh man! Okay, hang on.
He sounds great.
What?
First off,
maybe he doesn't hear it. Jay, you hear us? He doesn't hear us.
Yeah. I can hear you.
Good.
I can hear you.
Good.
Not Josh though.
In the arms of
Yeah.
So Kevin, you mainly are bear trader.
Check 1 2. You guys hear me? Yeah. No.
Yeah, but the audio is real.
What happened? You just had good audio.
Yeah, the audio was really good. You changed mics or something.
Yeah, let me go back.
Oh, you're in your mic of your glasses up there.
Joe's
check 1 2.
Joe's. There we go. Look.
There we go.
Look, we got to give Joe some grace. He's had one too many drinks tonight.
And on top of that,
man,
one eye to work with.
We went to this great Mexican place here in Ohio. It rivals every place I've ever been in Florida. It's called Casa Bravos, and I had a beautiful chicken molcajete, and just probably about a 48 ounce of Modelo Dark.
He says, matey. Hold on. So what? So first off, that couldn't have been one beer, 48 ounces. So what was that? I guess 12 times 4. Where do we go there?
Oh yeah. Yeah, of course.
4 beers. Okay.
I'm a pro. I'm a pro.
I know. So what's in that Hector Gonzalez that you had for dinner?
Oh, okay. So
he sent a picture.
Oh my gosh! I sent a picture. Sometimes I don't know. all I know is chicken. It had like jalapeno and um, oh, polo crema, and it's just it was just everything good, everything good, everything good. Man,
Love it.
I sent a photo to Kevin, but I do this thing like on Yelp in my area where uh, I'll say it's a monster in my meal. So then I'll give a good review about the restaurant, and then I'll post a picture of like I throw it into Chat GPT. I say make a monster in my meal, and it's like really popular now around my area. Like people like seeing it. So then it puts a monster somewhere in the meal, and yeah, works out good.
Love it. Well, no offense, but if you don't like Mexican food, I don't know who you are. I don't like you, and you just get out of my life. Who doesn't love some good Mexican food? I could have Mexican probably 5 days out of the week. Honestly, I love some good Mexican food. Good food, good grub. I feel like I was left out of the picture to wear my pink trade the pool hat. So you know what? Broncos. I feel like it's college football. Well, I'm gonna go with I'm going with fucking trade the pool. That's right, baby. I'm bringing my talents next year to trade the pool.
There we go.
Boom, baby. I just kind of thought about that, and it matches my pink right here, which I absolutely love. So, rocking and rolling. So the Cleveland Indians, they play tonight. I guess it's opening season or opening. Opening
Heck
season,
yeah,
right?
man! It's if you're in northeast, northwest Ohio, it's not the Guardians. It's still the Cleveland Indians.
Yeah, I can't even say.
Oh
Guardians.
yeah, that's like that Chief Wahoo is still up in the stands beating his drum. But you know what the thing about that is that the very first American Indian baseball player played for the Cleveland Spiders way back in the day, and then they honored him by naming the Cleveland Indians after him. And it's like, man, did we miss the point of honoring Native Americans?
The smart people didn't, but the people that want to have
seriously,
the people that want to have a political agenda did.
Leave the name. Leave the name. It was there for a reason.
Yeah, that's the world we live in, and before anything's got to be supposedly what they deem as politically correct, and and help, and what they think sometimes are helping society in a way. Oh, I've got to do this so we aren't hurting people's feelings. I'm like, that wasn't, I don't think, hurting anyone's feelings with the Cleveland Indians or the why is it still the Florida State Seminoles? Why haven't we changed those into that name yet? It's just kind of goofy to where we're gonna change some names, but we won't change some. Like, okay, we talked about the Redskins earlier and how the Redskins fan and anyone even anyway. So it's just we'll not get into that stock trading night, but this is a little bit of how we feel. It's a Friday night. It's after dark. We talk about the things we think about.
What do we talk about after dark? Yeah. What, Joe? What do you talk about after hours? As far as trading goes.
Yeah, heck yeah. After hours,
When
it's
the sun
usually
goes down.
looking at the charts that I did on the day, and I think for the most part, it's usually a time where like you gather with friends, like this, being with you guys and having a couple drinks, this is special, because then you get to reflect on the market when it's not running, when you go back and say, oh, and you're not analyzing it, in a way that you're, so critical on yourself, so when you talk with other people, you can pull back and, have some breath, and
With a D in there. With a D in there.
Yeah.
Breath.
Yeah. When you're with friends, especially on a late night and having a couple drinks, you might think differently. Oh, there can be some arguments too, but you might think a little bit differently. All the pressure is off.
Then in the heat of the moment, the pressure there. No, I 100% agree. Yeah, it's to be able to reflect with like-minded traders and think about what you could have done better. for example, what was I think it was like SST. Yeah, SST was a big one, like in day, and gave a lot of it back. Did you see that one, Joe? And
Yeah, I heard that one. SST. I think Josh and I was in Josh's stream today, talking with him and everything, and I know we were watching ARTL, SST.
SVA with that crazy
Yeah,
offering.
VSA was just
Or VSA,
insane.
VSA, yeah, VSA,
Yeah,
yeah.
that offering. Yeah, and you know what? That
oh,
type of
okay.
thing, it can start to scare the longs a little bit in the market
Oh,
if
VSA.
there's not
Whoa.
Yeah,
if there's
baby.
not other stocks running. But then again, we still had EEIQ still popping up there. Just
Whoa.
there's too many stocks that are kind of active, and then when you have all those stocks, on the day, that the money's spread out.
Look
The
at
money's spread
that
out.
gap down. If you would have got short on this when that news came out on this sell off, you would be making bank. Whoa. Do you guys catch that?
I was watching it at the closing bell there when it got down to about $1, but I just stopped watching it. It did go down for more, but yeah, so I just stopped watching it when it came. It went live at about $1, and I just stopped watching it after about 5-10 minutes. And I was surprised that actually, because the offering price was at $1, so I thought it would stay glued to that price as it was there for about, you could tell there about 5-10 minutes. So I just stopped watching it, left the office until we went into power
That's
hour.
the one thing in small cap trading that, I even if I had some bot trading for me, like I gotta be here because
Check out check out ONCO. Check out ONCO.
You got to be there. I don't
you gotta be
think
there.
you can bot trade
Yep.
small caps. I don't think you can.
Yeah, I don't imagine because the offering's inevitable. The halts are so
Do you see
they
Onco? Look,
fluctuate
did you
so
pull up
much.
Onco for the chat? I mean, look at
Yeah,
that.
I'm looking at that.
I
Yeah.
mean, look at it all the way down to $1.50, and that was in the 6 and 7s earlier in the day. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, that's insane.
Halt down.
And that's
baby.
no offering. That's no offering. That's just straight sell off to death.
Look at that bear flag though. That was a beautiful, like if you just reflecting, like Joe was saying. I mean, we had a really nice bear flag.
Yeah, and
there
then
that
we'll base that
cracked.
off pre-market low and then off pre-market lows. I mean, that's a beautiful short op, right? I mean, that is just, and I missed it. Someone said something in my live. I'm like, what? I saw that. I was like, oh my god, no, that dumped that far. Oh wow. Yeah, that's one of those ones you get in once you cracks that flag, like you're talking about in pre-market lows. Okay, cool. Risk this, blah 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 blah, and then you get a home run. You know, it's one of those ones where just like a goofy movie where you go for a bunt and you're about to get first, but they throw it of the first baseman. It goes out goes to right field. Then you're rounding to second, and then you go to third. They say go to third, and then the right fielder overthrows the third baseman, and now it's into left field, and they're like go home. So you went from getting just simple bunt to a home run, and you weren't even expecting it.
Joe, that's what I'm going to talk to Alex about too here coming up this week is because he does this so well, and that is just mainly adding to winners, which I haven't done well. So I haven't been really doing well at that in the past. Like I'll stick to just that entry because not wanting to mess up the average. But it's like, are you wanting to mess up the average or are you wanting to make money? Essentially, it comes down to that, because of course the win rate's going to come down a little bit because sometimes they'll get the bounce and you got to stop out. But if you size into that SST end of day, Onco on that bear flag break, there's plenty of examples where you like actually lean into the winners, and it's just so uncomfortable for me, Joe. It's the one thing that's been kind of the kryptonite for my trading. I wonder if you've been able to overcome that, and what are your thoughts are there?
Yeah, that's something that I'm working on as well. And Alex definitely has, he's got it down. I mean, you'll see him. I'm in this stream every single day, and you'll see him size into the best winners. You'll see him stop out, though, on the losers, and stop out for a small loss. But in his terms, it's like, a couple thousand small loss. His big winners are 20, 30,000. I mean, he's sizing in big time, but he's got great criteria for that. So it's going to be a great interview to hear him speak for sure, because he's almost I mean, not, I don't even want to say almost. He's mastered the art of risk management and sizing in.
Well, it depends
And
on what your risk management is. I mean, everyone's got different risk. I mean, I've had that since 2022. I had people, Josh, you're the most disciplined trader ever. How can you just sit back and only take 2 or 3 trades a day? It's right. So who are you as a trader? People praise you on that, or people praise you on right. So who are you as a trader? Don't worry about what everyone else is doing. If you can't figure out you and you can't get on the bench to be a role player, you'll never be a starter. You'll never be an all pro, and you'll never be in the Hall of Fame. So you can look at all those people you want to look at, but if you can't do you, boo, you will never be anyone else in the world. So,
exactly. You got to master you. You got to master you.
That's the thing, because you do that early on, and you get in this psychological of, you look up to all these people that go crazy, make good money because they're so good at the game, right? And you're like, and you feel like, and it's like, dude, when I first started trading, when I was a kid, whoever the posters on your wall, Michael, you go, I'm going to be in the NBA and I'm going to be in the NFL. I'm like, Josh, like now I look back and nah, bro. Like there was a very slim chance. Very slim chance. And so when you first start, you're the same way in stock trading, and you got like, no, you can't attain to that. And so you got to figure out you, and then eventually down the line, there might be a possibility of you getting to these levels of mastering things, but it's just crazy. At first, you've got to eliminate all the noise. You've got to figure out you. And if you can't figure out you and who you're going to be, it's a long journey of struggling with that mental it's hard. Even like you early, which is funny, and I think you may have thought that your trade. I don't know when you got in on Arnold, but you got a great trade on Arnold on that short when you're in my lobby. Like that one ring to 15, you got out the when I was leading you down to the 1250 area. You said you get in the chop a lot. You get my point, where I don't know where and how you got in, but I'm like, that was a great trade. But then maybe you're telling yourself it was about getting the chop a lot. So it's one of those things where you're still battling with that inner turmoil of where, you're talking about certain traders, even like myself, like, hey, here's where I'm trading, and you're happy with it no matter what. You get to that point of, this is where I'm going to trade, and whether I'm wrong or I'm right. And I just seeing that when you said that earlier, I'm like, Joe, that was I feel it's such a great trade, but in your head, you're telling yourself, I don't know if that was a certain trade, or maybe it was certain different ones you're talking about where you're getting the chop a lot. But, I think that's where a lot of traders, the mental side of things really affect you, like it did me earlier on, until I was like, it's just strong. I mean, I've been like, and I've even said this on my live stream. I don't know if I ever told you guys this. So back in 20, whatever it was. So it's a funny story. So me and Avery's into the Twilight movies in the book. So we go see the second to last Twilight. We're watching the movie, whatever way through, and then I don't know what happened. I have no idea still to this day. I have like a panic attack of some sort. Like, I'm freaking out. My heart's racing. Whatever it is, we have to leave the theater. And I'm telling Avery, we got to drive me to the movie theater, or drive me to the Baptist Hospital, which is the closest hospital emergency room. And I guess in the end, I had some sort of weird panic attack. And then after that, I had this weird. My mental. It was weird. I had to think about breathing, and like, I got to breathe. If I don't breathe, I'm like, how am I not? I'm like, how does my body just breathe? Like, you think about this. You live your whole day when you go on walks, when you're working out, for the most, obviously we're thinking about breathing, but when you're trading live, when you're talking like me right now, you're not thinking about breathing. You're just naturally getting the air, right? Your body is naturally doing that. Almost like when you want to get to that phase of trading is what I'm going to get to, of where you're not thinking, you're just trading. So here I am physically always thinking about, and I would overwhelm myself and have these little mini panic attacks. And it was so weird for me, because I'm such a confident, outgoing person. I'm like, how is this happening to me? My brain, and that's what it is. Your brain is it's nuts how powerful your brain is. And I never have had to go through that before. I've heard people that have go through, you even see that with like the Chester Benningtons of the world. I love Lincoln Park, but then you see, hey, you have this, we can go through all the people that have had essentially mental problems, whatever it is that they're going through in life. And you can see, we can go through, that could be a whole nother topic one night, and be
100%.
Right. Open up, talk about what you're going through, reach out and help out other people. If you can tell they're going through something, do something and try to, as much as you can help. Anyway. And so here I am though, once in my brain, literally inside my brain, going like, oh my God, whoa, I can see how overwhelming this is. And so finally, let's fast forward. I got through that. And now here I am, of course, Mr. Back to Josh as I always was. But I had this like year stretch after this weird panic attack in the middle of a movie, right? And so how did that happen to me? I don't know. But now I got into stock trading. So when I first started stock trading, I am mentally overwhelming myself. I always say we have this mental capacity when we first start trading. And it started to it started to like kind of recycle back to that. I'm like,
Yes.
man, wow, it's crazy how overwhelming the mental side of the stock trading can be, and you can just complete that. And so it's crazy how. And so just so you know, if you're going out there, anyone listening, Wallflowers, the ones that comment, your brain is very powerful, and so any of these emotions that you go through when you're trading, it's real. And so I've gone through stuff in that. And my point being, you're not alone. So don't think that you're the only one going through that.
Exactly. Because it comes down to the fact that, like, each person is different. Your risk tolerance is different. The amount of money you have in your account is different. You might not have very much money and you're starting out trading, or you may be very good and not have much money in your account and trying to recover, and the sizing, it all matters. Sizing, the strategy, the setup, the everything, it really does matter. It matters. And you can find yourself in different positions of, fighting the stock market, being too small a size, and you're chopping out on fees and this and that, and what am I doing? I can't get the right fills. The market's going against me. Then the next the mental side of it's getting to you, and you wanna put it down for the day, or even worse, you start to dig on yourself, and that can be a very, very bad road for a trader to associate your trading with your self-worth.
100.
That's a great point. What's
Steve,
up, guys? By the way,
Steve,
I just
hold on.
Steve, what's going on?
Steve,
Hey,
you know
thanks for
Steve,
jumping in here,
Steve.
Steve.
trade the pull hat.
Oh!
Trade the pull hat. We need to trade the
I
pull
was
hat
just
on. You're the
listening.
only one.
I
You're
was having a
hatless.
smoke out in the yard listening to you guys before I came on here, so I forgot that I was part of the show now. So, how's everybody doing? What's going on?
That's good. Hey, thanks for stepping in for the call. I mean, doing the call-in show. How did that go yesterday with you
It
guys?
was a lot of fun once I figured out the secret technology that Josh bestowed upon me of the second mute button in EVMX. So
Okay.
I felt
Yeah,
like a
there's two
grandma.
Amoeba.
I felt like a grandma.
It's
Like
two
I couldn't figure out how
keys.
to open my email, but
Josh
we
had
got
to
there.
click his key and Steve at the same time.
Yeah. All right, so do this. Hold on. 3, 2, now.
I thought it went really well though. We had my buddy Hudson come on from my community, and I hadn't seen this guy in person or heard him actually speak, and I was impressed, you know. So I think it was good to bring somebody who's relatively new but serious about this, you know. So he might not know exactly what he's doing wrong, but he is diligent about addressing those errors as they surface to him, you know.
Well,
Yeah,
and
so
real
I thought it
quickly,
was-
I gotta do this. Always gotta do this. Everyone's just so they know they're out listening. Mike, my boy D Rider, you know he's a good boy. We got Fox
Ooh.
out there. Mike Hicks, I love Mike. Of course, he's been around with me for a
Yeah.
while. Emmanuel in chat. Mike Anthony, Rachel from earlier. We know Saline was in chat. Ingrid was in chat. Everyone, Ross from earlier. Everyone joining tonight. Well, love it, love it, love it. A lot of females in chat tonight too, as well. Look at D.
Baron's been in our Friday
Don't
night live
scare him,
streams plenty
Josh.
of times. Baron, what did you tilt on today? What ticker? I mean, I guess it would have been ARTL, right? What ticker did you tilt on? And Emmanuel, good to see you in here. Emmanuel's been he's been doing really well.
He
with
tilted
his-
on the Arkansas Razorbacks. He said he went long on the Razorbacks over Arizona, and we're both crying together. he will probably immediately get that joke, as in as far as my Razorbacks lost last night. Send me a link. I'll join. Cool. You got your phone, Joe. Oh, Joe, you got your phone, Joe. Laugh out loud. What's that mean? I'm losing. What's that joke? You got your phone, Joe.
What's up with your phone?
My joke,
Okay.
me.
Hey, I don't know. Mike D. Ryder said, "You got your phone, Joe." Laugh out loud. I was like, I don't know what that. The feminine side of trading is something that is not talked about enough, Joe. Well, no, I'm big on the. Listen, I just know. Again, I think I feel like I'm a great psychologist, but we don't have a lot of girls that do this, and the one that the ladies, females,
I'll put
the
it in there.
girls. There you go. I just know they're back there, wallflowers. To me, it reminds me of anything in the 80s or 90s where, or even just back in the day where it's so sexist as you're a female, you can't do this. And I don't want women to think that, especially when I stream live, there's not a lot of them out there that do this. And so I'm like, hey, Be empowered. You're just as good as anyone. Anyone can be a stock trader. And so I always have my love, and I've been that way my whole life. Even like my dogs I have now, I love my girls more than my dudes. So yeah, I want to just want to be like, hey, there's not a lot of you out there. There's more of a man. There's more of a man crowd. I know it's like watching sports where it's mostly men. There's some females that love it, but not near as many. But I want you females to know you're just as accepted as any male is. So I just want them ladies to know.
One
Kick
of the
that
most heartbreaking. I mean, look, we got to stick with the whole sentiment of the show, which Carlo Gill did a great job writing that out as far as the theme of tonight goes. But we're sharing horror stories as part of it. And one of the stories that sticks really out in my mind, Josh, we were probably in the same stream in 2016 when this happened. This was 10 years ago. And it was a lady who lost all of her money betting going in on the streamer's hot pick of the day.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it ended up being a halt, and the gentleman running the stream, was pumping it up, and it resumed out of the halt like from $20 down to 10 and under, and she had gone very heavy, lost a significant amount. It was right before Christmas too. I remember it so vividly. I can't forget it because she just said, "My kids aren't going to get Christmas this year," and it just and the gentleman running the stream, he cut it off and ran away. But that was a heartbreaking moment for me seeing that. So trading is not easy, and you're gonna have very challenging moments like that, and certainly drawdowns in which you learn. And like Joe and Josh were saying earlier, there's so much in trading where you have to discover your own personal strengths and weaknesses, and you have to really lean into your strengths. And that's what we were touching on earlier. It's still sometimes challenging to do, but when you're winning on trades, that is the time really to lean in, not get fearful that they're going to turn red and jump out of them early, which is the natural reaction. And that's why so often trading, we get in our own ways. And that's why I say the mind is the most powerful thing. You master your mind, you master the market most of the time. But
And like I said, hey, get you a few kids, get you about 14 dogs, 2 cats, 2 bunnies, a couple turtles. Next thing you know, you grow some patience. You get to know yourself. You get to know how deep you can get and how hard things can get at times. I always joke about that with patience. Like, hey, Josh, how do you feel about this one? Like, well, get about 14 dogs. That'll really test you right there. Let me tell you something. Imagine feeding 14 dogs at the same time. I mean, it's good. It's fun. But over time, it does get a little annoying. But hey, well, there he is.
Hey,
it's
brother.
It's not. Go ahead.
I'm right behind you with 8 dogs.
Yeah, there you go.
8 Joe, 8 dogs.
8 huskies.
Wow, that's some work. That's some work over there.
So Joe, how much food do you go? Do you know? Have y'all done? I finally did it. Do y'all know how much food you go through in a week or / month? He's talking to the wife now. I'll tell you how much we go through. Our 4 Great Danes go through 160 pounds every 160 pounds every month, and then
They eat one of me every month.
Yeah, we talked about this. Yes, we've talked about this. They eat a Steve a month. I just chopped Steve up. I'm like, all right, here's your monthly food. Go ahead and dig on into Steve. Here's another one.
That's good eating right there.
Yeah, I just cloned you. They love your eyes. I don't know. They go straight for your eyes, bro. They love your eye.
That sounded like a compliment at first, but I don't feel like it anymore.
Oh well, we're gonna get to
pretty
it.
ass.
Not the basketball star Baron Davis, but he's just as good when it comes.
Baron,
to
what you drinking over there?
Yeah.
I see you, Baron. What you drinking?
So I found this really nice wine, Red Dune. It's like $10 and it's pretty good. It's some Sour Monkey, just various things. How y'all doing?
Good.
So you went for the $10 bottle because of the tilt day today? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh no, I just have
Okay.
like 5 of these bottles because they're $10 and they're real good.
I hear you. Well, hey, props to you. It's admirable to even jump in here after having the tilt day, and it happens. I mean, look, it was happening to me like once a month, every 2 months or so, where it's just that you feel it creeping in, where you see your set, like you have your A plus setup, and then that setup doesn't work, and it doesn't work every time. A pocket pair ace hand does not work every single time. It works high majority, so you lean heavy on it. This is how I get in tilt. This is how I go tilt. Just that's why I'm mentioning this. It does that hand doesn't work out, and then I try to identify like a C setup that I want that I trade as if it's an A plus setup and go heavy on it, and then just kind of capitulate until drawdown. But anyway, so Baron, what
Mm-hmm.
happened? What happened today?
What happened for me? So I trade with Oceans, and unfortunately, for the last like 2 days, has had like no shorts on the top gainers. I don't know if that's market manipulation or what it is, but basically, I would have to pay nearly $1 per share on pretty much the top gainers. So I think I've shared my strategies. Basically, I short the pops on top gainers, and that's pretty much all I do. But there's been like nothing available in terms of like shorts available with Ocean.
Oh,
So I decided to go long today. And I'm not a long guy, but going long, I forget how much of my leverage I can actually use. Usually I'm restricted to like 200 or 1,000 shorts. I went with like 5,000 shares long on some trades.
You
And I
picked a
was
hell
like,
of a
oh,
day to
look at
go
this
long.
return.
It's
Huh?
tough. You picked a hell of a day to go long.
I
I don't
know,
know
right? And I
what
was
it
like,
was,
oh
but it was
wow, look at this return. Like I was up like $500. I was like, okay. I forgot. I hadn't gone long predominantly in like half a year. It's been a while since I've really been strictly long. And so today was a day where I was like, oh wow, I forgot how like long can be really it can really pay off. But then when the longs like fell through, like you see something like VSA and you're like, okay, now I'm down, but I can make that back in a few trades. No, once I got to break even, I was like, well, I can just after hours is coming up. I can just short, and then I over leverage on my shorts in the after hours, which is usually what messes me up because you should go long in after hours. And that's pretty much all that happened. That's all she wrote. It's just today was a bad
so
tilt
it
day,
started with you not having shorts available, and then you're like, well,
pretty
let me
much.
long. I can't
Yep,
short
let me long,
this ticker. Let me long it.
and then I over leverage,
Yeah, that's
and
yeah, that was yeah.
so it's
there's that.
diverging from the game plan, right? Because
Yeah.
that's what got me today. Actually, I had an A plus setup. And Kevin, this is what tilts me when the A plus setup is there and it plays out, but I feel like I miss my entry, and then I don't tag in, and then I just watch it
Mm-hmm.
all happen in front of me. You know,
Oh, and
and
then
That
you
then
happened.
tilt
usually
the
what
other
happens
trades. Okay, yeah,
Well,
I
and then
see.
usually what happens, this is maybe like you said, it's like once a month, once every 2 months that just my mind gets away from me. And Josh, you were saying like the mental game, it just you just kind of spin out. And for me, it'll be like so for me, we I don't even remember what the level was this morning, but we got a really nice look short, and I didn't take it. I had scalped the opening like first 10 minutes or so long, made a nice return. Yeah, that's my plan, right? I build a margin in the beginning if it's a safe scalp, and then I can take my big setup with confidence, my A plus setup if there is one. So the short played out, but I was looking away for 1 minute, turned around, felt like I missed it, and then I'm like, all right, well, it'll give me another spot. It plunges straight right above the previous morning range and starts to consolidate for maybe 5 minutes, and I go, this is the brain virus I get. I go, I know I'm biased short. I think the bottom's gonna fall out today. I posted about it for Trade the Pool on our Twitter. Like, what am I doing here? Why am I
Hmm.
even considering a long? It just dropped a lot too. It's not looking strong, but just in my brain, I go, well, if this is a higher low, we could get a short squeeze. We could try to fill the gap back up before we get more sell pressure. I didn't even think it was going to happen, but I thought, well, if it does, I can have a great day today, even though I missed the best setup. And that's just not trading my plan. So I'm not thrilled with myself today, but I'm glad this is the topic, so I can publicly shame myself and be better next time.
Oh yeah, I'm
But
right
did
here
you
with you.
tilt afterwards though? I mean, did you tilt out on any trades, or did you stay disciplined?
Well,
You
I
know,
took the long. That's what I'm saying. I took that long and I stopped out. I respected my stop, 30% loss on one contract. So it's totally within my risk tolerance for a day. You know,
okay.
it's not like I hit max loss or anything. And I recognized that and I said, I'm done. I walked away. But that kind of tilted me too, because I could have just slapped short then when I got stopped out, because then the setup was validated because it broke the low and I was expecting the bottom to fall out. So it was just sloppy and getting in my head and then not executing as I should.
Yeah, I think it's just so important to recognize. It's like every look. I just spoke to somebody for the chat with traders who's traded for 50 years, and I asked him point blank. I said, "Look, 50 years of trading. Do you still have emotions?" It was something that was just on my mind to ask. And here's the answer to that question.
Yeah.
Because traders think that, okay, the skilled traders just they don't have emotions. Really, what happens is every everybody has emotions, especially when tied to money. The thing is, you learn not to act on the emotions. That's the difference. Over the years, you have the emotions, you learn what the emotions are telling you, and you learn what to do and not to do based on those emotions. Like, for example, when I started trading, like probably many of you listening, buy the breakouts, in small caps, buy the breakouts, buy the breakouts. It is the absolute last thing I do now. It's probably what I'm doing is I'm looking to see if we get the liquidity sweep, right, where we get the fake out breakout, and then I'm looking for the short because that's where liquidity is. Oftentimes you'll get these spoof orders, like you'll get 100,000 in small caps, like 100,000 shares might be a lot on a million float ticker. You'll get them spoofing that on the bid and then having a hidden sell order on the ask because they're trying to get people to buy into their liquidity that they're hiding. Why would anybody show that they're actually like having a 10% of the whole float on that bid? It's a spoof order to try to get you into it so that you buy into their liquidity. It's a whole shit show, if we're being honest. It's a whole shit show. And so essentially, everything is a reflection of what the chart's saying, which is why
Rojo.
look, I'll ruffle some feathers here with this, but I like level 2 times and sales indicators, everything. It's all honestly, those just kind of lead to the chart and the price action on the chart, right? Like the times and sales, the level 2, the chart tells you this is the actual information that's being printed from that. It's just a reflection. It's just a reflection of that information. It's all printed on the chart for you. You don't need. So I hardly need anything. But what is the chart saying? What's the price action telling you? Not trying to look too in depth at anything else. But any thoughts there?
No, I mean, no, you're all over. I mean, that's just that, like we've talked about. I could go this over and over and over, and that's
Yeah.
in a morbid way of when I say get 14 dogs, you'll grow the patience, the discipline, the emotions kind of start to go away in stock trading. Because what happens when you have 14 dogs, and now we've had 20 till we've had point being you have dogs that pass. Anyone that has dogs and love dogs as much as I do, they're like it's like a true person, like a human, like you taking care of. You picked their shit up for how long? You cleaned up their pee. You fed them every single day for how long? Like you have completely looked after this living being for however many years. When they pass, it is whoa. I mean, you think you go through something emotional in stock trading? Nah, ain't nothing like when your dog passes, and especially I've had a couple of tragic ones. And then when I went through with one of my anyway, I'm not anyway. I've obviously as many we've had, I've gone through some emotional battles. Stock trading, the emotional battle I face when it comes to that, it is like it ain't even close to what I faced in the emotional battle when I had a dog that go osteosarcoma. You know what?
I feel like we're processing your grief trauma, and we've completely stopped talking about trading.
Yes,
Uh,
right. But my point is, when you go through that, in my opinion, do you know how stock trading affects me now? Zero, none, nada. The emotional stress that I face in every single. Look what TCGL did. We just showed that earlier. Let me know when you guys are in a 100-point mover. I was in one and I had really no emotional stress in it at all. Why? Because I've faced death, and death, in my opinion, is stronger than anything you'll go through in life when you have people and a lot of or dogs die. Like, as I've had some emotional battles I've had to face, and so I jokingly say, "Hey, I have this many dogs," and you'll find patience and discipline in having to clean up puppy pee and poop all the time, and having to feed all these dogs, and then cleaning up their poop outside, and then you're having to be responsible for something, and so that builds your discipline and patience. And then when dogs start to pass, that then builds up your emotional distress toward things you go through, like being in a stock trade. Like when I first started trading, I didn't have a lot of, we had a lot of dogs and none of them had passed yet. So when I first started trading, every trade I took was I felt like I was on the top of the stratosphere in Las Vegas, and I was about to puke and poop my pants because I was so freaking stressed out. I hate heights, right? Now when I'm in a trade, I'm like Iron Man flying in my suit, and I could go anywhere in the world and I'm good to go. I mean, like in the last Avengers or whatever, and he's in like outer space and he's just fine. Me, as when I first started trading, oh my god, I'd be so gosh darn terrified. But now, and so it's crazy how strong is just kind of finishing on that. Your battle is with the emotional part of things when you first start, and if you can get that stabilized, of like, I always say, if you can become robotic. Any job I've had in the past, when I was a waiter at Fogo at the show, when I sold shoes at Dillard's, when I was a golf cart boy, when I worked at restaurants or what, I knew my job and I did it robotically. There was no thought process. I didn't stress about what I was doing. You didn't want to do the job, but you knew how to do it with your eyes closed. If you can do that in stock trading, you got it made.
Yeah, no, I love that, and I think I don't know. I think you guys are all talking about a lot of good things. For me, well, first off, yeah, Josh, just dealing with adversity and just overcoming things that maybe I don't want to say the average person doesn't have to. I think these are very common things for everybody as they go on in life to deal with death and just emotional resilience in the face of adversity. But I don't know. The saying always stuck with me. Like, life doesn't necessarily get easier. You just get better at dealing with it. You rise to the occasion. And I think I think that applies with trading. Like, I don't think it ever. Maybe I don't know. You guys have some years on me. For me, it's still not easy, but it just becomes more and more the bridge between the way I'd like to trade and the way I am trading. It's getting closer, and that's I think to weather that storm and walk that path, you do have to have a lot of kind of emotional resilience, because it's just about getting beaten down and just getting back up. And it's maybe we might all just be stupid and we just keep trying, but that's a skill too. So I don't know. Shout out to everybody who's fighting this battle, because it's
The one thing, Steve, like you're saying, that it kind of is a trigger for me, because I think it's used as a marketing tactic, if you will, that I see all the time. It's just like, hey, because I fell for it. I'd be year one in, and it's like, oh, just wait till you're year two in, and you'll find like you won't have to worry anymore. You'll find consistent results. Oh, year two. Oh, we'll just wait 3 years, and then 4 years, and then 5 years, and then 10 years. I'm like, well, and then 10 years in, I'm like, look, every day is a struggle. And that's why I even heard from an interview that the Alex guy that I'm going to be interviewing, Tamiz, he said, look, I keep my account at 50 grand because I know one trade like this, whatever, can just completely, just one lapse of judgment can completely wipe me out, like the TCGL. You have to respect the market. No matter what year you're in.
2,500. That's why I keep my account at 2,500, because even if I lost that, I take out every $500 or $1,000, and I took a payout.
I think that's good. Keep your back against the wall. Keep your back against the wall and respect the market. Because as soon as you stop respecting the price action in the market, you're going to get your ass handed to you as soon as you stop.
So even today being like a $1,400 lost day, I know I can make that back in 2 really good days. And so every time I'm taking out $1,000, I took out 2,000 this week, and I got that 1,000 sitting in Coinbase in case I need to refund my account, just in case, like, okay, something goes completely parabolic against me. If my account gets blown today, it'll be rough, it'll be hard, but in 3 good trading days, I can make back my account. So once my account is back at 2,500, everything else above that, I take home. And so hopefully next week I'm back at taking regular payouts.
I think there's something to it. You go for it, Steve.
Just real quick, I love this mindset, because I think as traders, we, despite knowing that this is all a game of probabilities, we really do kind of feel like we're only as good as our last trade on some level. Maybe this is more of a me thing than other people's. I definitely have a little chip on my shoulder in that regard, I think. But I think I've seen it a lot, And it's so important to remember it's never as bad as you think it is. you got here for a reason. This was not. I'll start doubting my system. I'll start doubting my abilities. I'll start going, well, how did I get here? Why am I doing this? This is my job. And then I'm just realize, oh, this is the one day in the month or the 2 months that you're spinning out. Take a breather. It's not that bad. Everything's still fine. And this one bad trade doesn't invalidate my trading career.
Yeah.
You know.
Steve, I have 3 levels. Here are the 3 levels. So I'll be up. I say, here are the these are cognitive fallacies I tell myself. I don't want to give back everything I made on my stock, on this stock, by the way. That's the first level. The second level is I don't want to give back everything I made today. That's the second level. The third level is I don't want to blow up my account or blow up half of my account, something like that. There's like 3 levels for me. Every time I'm in profit, I'm like, I don't want to give back what I made on the stock. I don't want to give back what I made on the day. I don't want to blow up my account. But every time I'm on tilt, I'm going further and further into each level of that.
Right. Right. And you start moving those goalposts. Well, I start moving those goalposts, and then
Oh
I
yeah, I do
have to say,
too.
wait, I have rules for a reason. I have a system for a
Yeah.
reason. If I don't respect
I'm
them, the
now
market won't respect me, and nobody should
I
respect
took a $25 loss and I made it a $2,500 loss.
me. That's dude. I've blown accounts that should have been $10 losses, and I just didn't feel good about closing at a loss, and I just said I'll come
Hmm.
back in an hour. I just said I'll let it work itself out. That's
Yeah.
that's wishing and praying. That's not trading. You know.
To me today, I'm like, okay, I'm long. I'll just buy 200 more, 200 more, 200 more. And then I looked over at my chart because I'm not used to having this many shares short. I was like, when did I buy 5,500 shorts, or I'm sorry, 5,500 long on this trade? When did I fat finger this amount in this one trade?
It's you boiled yourself in the
So
pot of water, right? You know, you didn't realize it, then
Hmm.
all of a sudden, I've done it many times. I'm sure I'll do
And
it.
the crazy thing, I was emotional there, and I knew based on my position, I said, okay, you're emotional, but don't pull out now. Be calm, because I was buying the drop, and I over leveraged on the drop. I said, just chill out. But instead of chilling out,
yeah.
as soon as it was in profit, I was like, okay, take everything
Look,
off the table.
that's
'Cause-
that's important, Baron. Hey, look, I
Mhm,
do the same thing. And I look, this is something I noticed with that. This very important that you notice that. It
mhm,
might here's the problem because you gotta look you gotta journal a little bit and think like look how you have to consider because I know you scale slowly into these shorts, but
not
you
today, not today on long, not when I was going
or
long.
okay, so on the
But yeah,
long side
shorts,
too,
yeah.
you're scaling, but you're scaling, right? So there
Mhm,
needs to be just a cutoff because of that. Because look, the emotions take over to a certain point where I recognize too. Look, this strategy is not entirely working for me. That I like to scale in and start like at a price that might not be ideal. The entry it kind of gives me a lazy entry to start with a feeler, so I recognize that and I get in a little early. But what's happening is exactly that emotions take over. So maybe you're down like 4x what the reward's going to be, but then it comes back break even and the emotions take over and then you're like, okay, I got to like trim this off or take a partial. So maybe that's not very sustainable is what I'm saying. That approach
mhm,
where you need to
mhm, 100%.
think maybe I only go in like 2 or 3 like I kind of what we discuss oftentimes with the range. See our trader Josh's guys does that with well he'll do the 1 2 4 8 where it's like I'm only gonna go in 4 entries and that's it like that's it and no more no less and so you set the orders and let the trade kind of work itself out. But
I just want to bring this up because I brought this up on my. It was like Monday, maybe it was Friday. I forgot what. I think it was after you grow. So you grow whatever day it was. I guess that was on Wednesday. So after Wednesday, my latest stats on the prop firm eval grow because all I've been doing is 100 shares, 100 shares, 100 shares every trade. That's it. Just so you know, bro, 100 shares. That's it. Risk to reward ratio 1 to 10.8. Overall in this challenge I've done this month. Overall, that's my and my success rate 85.71%.
Wow, sniper.
Well,
Beautiful.
okay, so I want to read something off because Josh, I think this is you. I thought about this earlier. This is you right here. But I believe okay, what's the 1 to 10 on? I believe the percent win rate because you do so well at just waiting, for the best setup. But the 1 to 10, what in the world? What is that on?
So, are you saying that you
What's the
will
1
only
to 10
take it
on?
off the table when you're at 10R?
No, this is just trades that have had gone my way. I'll have to go. Let me go back through this. So that was just I just pulled this up on my Discord the other day. So let me go back and log
That's
back into
hilarious.
this. Yeah, no, this is the
But I know
usual.
you have a high 1 to 10's the usual.
No, that's not the
I
usual.
was gonna say like
No, that's not
Okay.
the usual.
wild.
Yeah.
No. I don't know what. Yeah, no. So I'm just pulling
Okay,
that.
Yes,
so
but
here's
Yeah,
Josh
are
right
we
here.
still
every
are we still
time.
using those TCGL numbers?
Yeah, exactly. So here's Josh. I want to read this quote. This is Josh. He does really well at this. I thought of you, Josh, when I saw this. Although the cheetah is the fastest animal in the world and can catch any animal on the plains, it will wait until it is absolutely certain that it can catch its prey. It may hide in the bush, Josh, for a week, waiting for just the right moment. It will wait for the baby antelope, and not just any baby antelope, but preferably the one that's sick or lame. And then, Josh, with no chance that it can lose its prey, attacks. That's the epitome of professional trading.
I
Yes,
love
yeah.
that quote, and also the metaphor for cheetah is bullshit. They are terrible hunters. Their metabolisms are too fast, so they like burn themselves out because they're quick.
Editor, cut that part out. Yeah,
I'm gonna
leave
cut
my
that out.
part. Take Baron's part and cut that out.
I
But
probably agree with that sentiment because I've always the cheetah is my favorite animal, and it rings true with my own impulsivity to be quick. You know, I think
yeah,
it's almost like a impulsivity to just want to hop into anything, and so to be that
yeah,
level of patient, you know.
yeah. I got you there. Chart Dad, I feel you on that one as well. Tremendously better. Walking away was up 2,500. Walked away with 1,800. Yeah, today was like that with ARTL. Was walked away about that as well today, but honestly felt hardly nothing because I there was I had scaled it at that point, so the account got disabled. But there was so much volatility, there was so much to be made on ARTL, and that was early in the day. ARTL was huge, and I know Joe's got a chart down here that you got prepared, Mister Joe. Do you want to talk about this? We can bring
Oh,
it up.
Joe.
Yeah, I did. Go ahead, Joe. But I did really well long ARTL. The stuff you do well
You
long,
mind if I
Yeah,
show this?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Go for it.
and
Yeah,
walk us through it.
yeah. So I'm getting to the market a little bit late. Uh, First and foremost, and what I'm normally looking for is like a my setup is a break. I'm watching downtrends, and I'm watching for the break of the downtrend to the upside. So this is a little bit late, and I got on Josh's stream, so I'm in here with Josh. On the halt ups. But the thing of it is like, I'm going to take profit. I'm going to take half of my position off
Right.
into profit.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
you, you can't, there's nothing wrong with ever, taking your profit. So, we get this hauled up, halts back down. I'm done. I close it out.
Oh, why didn't you flip short there? That was a huge
Hey,
short.
hey, same for me.
Yeah,
Same
I
for me
should have.
though. I mean,
I
same for
should
me.
have.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But that's the crux of long versus short. I short and I long. So where do you choose where you're long or short? And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna start shorting. So I thought, okay, if money flows, as Josh would say, if the mob starts going to another stock. And I kept on watching EEIQ as well, and I'm like, oh, these.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
I kind of thought that but then there was VSA, and then there's I forget what other stock on the day, but there was like four of them. Money's spread out, so it makes it
Yep.
much harder at that point. So
did you
anyways,
short ARTL?
It
I
looks like you
shorted
longed
AR.
and then shorted in the middle and then longed at the
Exactly.
end. Yeah.
Exactly. So then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna short. Nope, didn't work. I'm like, okay, this is bouncing back. But it was kind of those halt levels. Like I'm watching the halt levels at the same time. I'm like, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll try another. So I go smaller size. After I get my initial trade, I'm going smaller size because I'm not quite sure. Plus, it'll take a stock a longer amount of time before it starts to move again. So, yeah, exactly. I went short, stopped out, took a long, stopped out. These are tight stops on
So we
small.
gotta we gotta eliminate the noise in the middle. Look, the really good
This
trades
is
too at the
this is
end.
my
Look,
problem. This
yeah,
is my
no, no.
problem.
I look. I do the same thing, and honestly, like eliminating some of that recently has helped me out so much. Look at the end of day there long that you took for the high day break. That's a great long, and you know why? Because when you're approaching the high a day like that, you're almost certainly to halt up, take out tons of stops, and then resume
Yeah.
higher. So the end of
Yeah.
day play right there was great. But I'm
And
the same way with trying to like play the chop in the middle, and I'm like, look, just go heavy on the
no,
predictable like piece,
and
like that. After the two halts up, and then you get the halt down, I'm going heavy into that sell
yeah.
off pressure down because I know I like that all everyone profit taking shorts coming in, like we're very likely to get a gap down and resume lower. But yeah, that
And
was good
Kevin,
work though on the halt up
and
and
this
Yeah.
is one where we're gonna apply a little bit of analysis because you can't see it from a still frame. I wish I had just traded ARTL and nothing else for the day. I'd be up $900. So I made 900 bucks off ARTL because it followed this beautiful pattern where you would get a dump all the way close to a halt, and then it
Mhm.
would
Hmm.
resume higher, or it would halt, and I would actually
Yeah.
buy at the halt. I bought at the halt because when it resumed, shorts covered, and then longs bought, and I did that multiple times during the day. So you can't really see it, but because the halt levels, every time it hits that bottom, there's a double bottom, multiple
Mhm.
in multiple areas. Every time it gets that, if I bought up that double bottom,
All it is
I
Kevin,
get that push back.
this is called the halt strategy, and it's bouncing off of where it first halted up at. I've been teaching this since 2020 at about a 90% success rate, and I actually told this on my
All
live
right, well,
lobby.
I learned it in the last 2 months, so go ahead
Yeah.
and take
Yeah,
that
no,
as
that's it. That take that first halt up. This is I've made more money on halt plays than I've made on anything in my career. Go
yeah.
back to
Well, no, these
TCGO.
are halt downs. I'm talking about halt downs.
Oh, I thought you meant where to take the bounce play at the double bottom. Those
No,
where
no,
you.
no, no, no. So that's the unique pattern. So if you're looking, so if you look, you can probably even look a couple hours before, but if you look at this, these sharp drops,
Yeah.
because it has so much momentum and volume, this is one of the top gainers of the day. You can really trust, unless this came out with like extreme news, merger news, etc. These long drop candles pretty much tap the halt level. As long as you are tapping that halt level, even if it like locks into that halt, the resumption, you can even see some of the arrows there with Joe, where his arrows are. You can see that the resumption and the pushback up. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but I have such trust that it was doing this every single time.
And this is a halt right here. This is a halt up, and I
Yeah,
added. This is a fat
right.
finger ad, by
Yeah,
the way.
yeah.
And it halted back down, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, oh, I'm getting out, and then,
Yeah,
but I still had shares. I still had
yeah,
shares,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I was also thinking I'm too heavy on my size to trust, you know, a further halt down. So I took it out,
yeah.
and luckily it went further. But then, you got to get out here. You got to get
Yeah.
out,
Joe, the
and
crazy
that's the
thing
trade.
is
That's the trade.
the crazy thing is you cannot trust the holds up, but I trusted the holds down not to persist and maintain. So
Mm,
when it was halting down or hitting those halt levels, I was like, okay,
hmm.
it's gonna pop back up. But when if you got in for that halt, like where your cruiser is, your cursor is, like you
Hmm.
said, oh man, this thing just halted. Let me buy some shares right at the top of this halt. that's not where to trust it, because if you see for both of those halts up,
Hmm.
what happened? Flush right back down.
Yep.
Yeah, and also too in the middle there, Joe, like for you could size down a little bit on like the shorts in the middle.
Hmm.
And for instance, the first halt
Yep.
up was probably the best predictable piece, right? In which case you could size heavier on. I don't know if are you already doing that, like size
Yep.
in a
These
little
are
very
these are all size down. These are probably
oh,
30%
okay.
size, 20%
Perfect.
size.
Perfect. Yeah.
This
Perfect.
this is like 50, 60% size, you
Hmm.
know, and I'm going for it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
But all of these are much smaller size. That's why I'm comfortable in the trade right here. Like I'm okay. I'm okay stopping out here.
yeah.
I'm okay
Ju-
taking the short, adding to the winner, thinking, okay, if we can get below VWAP and really go. But this was the hot stock of the day. That's
yeah,
the thing. You got to go smaller size because this is the one. This is
yeah.
the one.
Joe,
Yeah.
that's the 9:30 open halt, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see if I
God,
can
Well, you
get a
got in.
time.
We got in after that. We got in at the one after that. We got in where it halted up on the second halt up before it
Yeah.
moved into the third halt up. So
yeah, yeah,
Yep. But I'm looking at this downtrend right here. This is my play. Watching a downtrend line on the hot stock of the day and waiting for a break to the upside. And then I'm getting in heavier. So this I was heavier
Those are
size.
nice. Nice. Yeah. Good work.
and Kevin,
Oh, okay.
Kevin, real quickly, just so you just the 1 to 10.8 ratio is because my smallest loss this month is only $8. So that's where the 1 to
That's awesome.
10.8 comes in.
Wait, what's the largest loss?
$8. I just told you. Yeah, it's 8.
You said the smallest loss.
Oh, my bad. It's large, but yeah, small. Whatever. That's my. I've only had one loss. Yeah, I've only had one or two. Maybe it's two, but yeah, it's $8 is my largest
Okay.
loss. Yeah, $8 is my
Okay.
largest loss. Most of my wins are 150 to $200, but yeah. So yeah,
And that was probably slippage or something silly. That
yeah.
$8.
It's right in, right out for me, my friend. If I'm not right, get the hell out because I'm usually right.
Yep.
That's how I feel.
No, I like that. When you know your setup, your go-to setup will play out or not.
That's all I'm doing. Yeah, and that's all exactly. That's all I'm doing. See, bounce plays. Kevin. That's all I'm sticking to the
Yeah.
same thing. And so yeah,
You know,
if
it's
it
the
doesn't work,
truth.
I'm out of here.
I mean, look, I had when I first started trading, I had a lot of success that way. Just look, if you're right or right out, and then I kind of got into no, let's allow a little flexibility, get some feelers, and then started taking some larger losses. But really, it's the truth. Like, try to get the best entry you can. I know Smoke Tuna always says that as well. Try to
Yep.
get the best entry you can, and then everything else
Hey,
works from there.
sailing girl, how often I tell you? So let's see if sailing girl finish this in chat. Sailing girl, in our one-on-ones, I say if your entry is off, your trade is, and she'll say it's off, right? It's off. So I've said that for so long in my one-on-ones. When your trade's off, that's where your emotional side start to come in. Your stop loss, you start to maybe move it, give it some more. Well, now it was my target, but is it really my target? Because now I got in on late, and because now that should that really be my target? Because now I'm so close to it because I got in late. If your entry is off, that trade starts to become emotional battle, and it becomes more of a manager versus, oh, great entry. I'm just gonna sit back and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know,
If the
say
trade
what you will.
it'll tell you something,
What was that, Steve?
Oh, just if the setup that you've seen play out time and time again isn't doing the right thing, like often I think, especially for newer traders, that becomes a subconscious, like just icky feeling. It's just like it feels like a gross trade. It's just choppy and muddy. But with time, you'll be like Josh, where it's just like, oh, this is wrong. It's not doing the thing, and it doesn't always do the thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just I think it's kind of the same as like meditating. Like when you start, like you'll just like mind will be wandering all over the place. Like 10 minutes later, you'll be like, oh, I was supposed to be meditating. And then like you do it every day for a month, and then it's like,
Yeah.
okay, you still do the mind wandering thing, but it becomes 5 minutes and 3 minutes, 2 minutes, And it's the same thing. You catch yourself faster and faster. So today I did a lot of things wrong, but I did one thing right, which was I recognized that I was on tilt, and after the one trade didn't work, and I missed
That's
my other
amazing.
trade. There's no good that'll come from me,
It's
just
great.
getting chopped up.
Hey, thank you for that authenticity. I mean, it's huge. It's just to know that even guys like the top analysts here at Trade the Pool who have things that we're working through. I mean, nobody's
Right.
Nobody's above that, right? Nobody's above that. We all have human behavior and have lapses of judgment and make mistakes. It's just that is human nature to have that. And Chart Dad, yes, we do go live every day, pretty much Monday through Thursday. Trade the Pool. So welcome. We're excited to have you here, part of the family.
Now,
Speaking of the
Kevin,
family here, got to give a shout out to Lil Buddy. Yes, Lil Buddy, everything is going to be okay. This is a meme. There's a clip of me saying the April tariff crash. I was like, it's gonna be okay, guys. Well, it will be for me because I'm out of my
And
position.
in another month, it'll be.
Yeah.
so how are large caps? How is the universe outside the shit stock that I usually blow my ass off in?
Which one is that?
Yeah,
Oh,
which
well,
one? Pick
I
one.
trade in Chinese pump and dumps. How's the real
Oh, I
world
see.
doing?
Uh,
Yeah.
Bad, Baron. It's not great out here. Sentiment is low.
Oh,
I'm,
God.
I'm mostly cash, and I don't know. People in my server, I get the feeling that there's a lot of antsiness. People want to put their money to use because either they've
As
seen
in
it buy
uncertainty. As in
Yeah.
uncertainty. The
I,
large
Absolutely.
I,
cap, the big boys, Baron, they don't like uncertainty. That's what the big boys do not like uncertainty. And small
I-
caps, traders love uncertainty.
yeah,
You
I
know what
just
really
like
loves
volatility.
uncertainty? All these
They're like,
oils
what could happen
really love
next? I don't know. Chinese pump and dump. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. I open my Weeble every single day, and it just shows me 20% fear. Look at that fear. Look how
Yeah.
much fear that is.
And Baron, we're down 8% from all-time highs. Baby, we're just getting started. I want to see that. I want to
Where's
hit
that fear?
4. I'll buy the if you're index at 1. I don't know.
I'm gonna buy so much S&P 500 when this shit tanks.
There's gonna nothing's for sure, but it sure does feel like there's gonna be a capitulation event, and I'm just sitting
I'm
here.
gonna go so heavy on VTI very soon.
Yeah,
Max
yeah.
Payne
Embrace your
is
inner
20
boomer.
minutes.
Just
Yeah.
set it,
Max
forget it.
Payne. So traders that are watching live, we're gonna do a 5K giveaway now. Pick a number, go quick. We're gonna go
5.
1 to 20, not
5.
hosts, not hosts. 1 to 20.
Motherfucker, I will leave. I will leave right now.
Yeah, can we drop real quick?
1
Times
to
are tough
20.
out there. I mean, I'm surviving off ramen in this market.
1 to 20. I'm like 1 to 20.
Hurry
1,
up.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
It
7, 8, 9.
cannot. It cannot be the same number as somebody else. If it is, it's disqualify the person who posted first.
Everybody
We'll
listening right now, nobody pick 5. Ain't nobody.
I just
pick
want
5.
5 minutes to vibe code a bot that can produce 20 stock puppet accounts. Is that acceptable?
Kevin, did you remove me from?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Get him out of here. You got the hook off the stage.
Don't nobody pick 5 in this. This
So
is my
go for
number.
Hey, while you guys are picking numbers 1 to 20, go ahead and do that in the chat. We'll do a 5K account giveaway. We're gonna move left to right and just give one piece of advice, some words of wisdom before we start wrapping it up. And we'll start with Mr. AK. Move on to Joe. AK, what you got for us?
First off, pick a number between. Anyway, I was just putting it out there, trying to be like the Joe for the night for Trade the Pool. Putting stuff out
And
there.
5
Yeah.
hit.
What's up? What's up, Baron?
I was just saying 5 hits, man. All right, go ahead, Joe. Josh.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, just we hit it all tonight. You guys are so awesome to do this stuff with you guys on a Friday night and Trade the Pool. Like I say, just jokingly, but in a way, sponsoring our Friday Night Live Traders Anonymous, and you having a fiver for the first night, $5. Who remember? Okay, let's just go to this. Who remembers $5 footlong? Doesn't that seem like yesterday? Jeez.
It's like a $20 footlong these days.
Yeah, right.
I remember that. Makes me
Hey.
hungry.
$5 foot.
Dude,
Yeah.
I
I've
used
not
to dig
followed
some.
Jared Chandler's walk to the Subway shop.
They're like
Dude.
$6.75 now.
Yeah.
I used to get Quiznos. I don't even know if
Quiznos
is
was good,
Quiz.
yeah.
Is
Those
it
were
a
like the
thing?
first one
Quiznos
that did
died.
that
I
was
love
the thing,
Quiznos.
Yeah.
They're out of
Yeah.
here, man. Where have you been
They're
for the
out.
past like 8 years? I've been mourning them.
Yeah,
It was a big
No,
deal
I
for me. That was
recall
my personal 9/11.
that.
Do you guys have Jersey Mikes? Yeah,
Oh, that's some
anyone
good
have
stuff.
Jersey-
That's some good
That's
stuff.
pretty solid.
Jersey Mike's.
I like it. That
Firehouse subs. That's a good
Firehouse is good. Firehouse is good too. Firehouse for the
Nope.
win.
They're all expensive though, man. I
Yeah.
wish I had access. Like,
So
but
if you're watching on X or Rumble or OnlyFans or wherever you're watching,
Whoa,
make
what?
sure
We're on OnlyFans tonight. Michael
That's
Cass, put
that's
that
the next stream. Hold on.
Come on, Baron.
That's
You're a
after
stock
midnight.
trader. You can afford Firehouse.
But talk about Firehouse. All right, here we go. It's
No,
the
Firehouse.
Here we go.
I mean,
Fireman
times
coming
aren't
at you
that
live.
tough yet.
hey,
Times
hey,
aren't that
Kevin,
tough. Hit me
I
up
got a
next week.
$5 footlong for you.
can I finish my?
Watch out. He's got the fire hose coming.
Oh, my
Get outta
God.
here. Off stage.
Baron's out of here.
Off stage.
He's out of here.
All right, can I finish my thought? If you're on one of those other sites, just jump into the YouTube chat and post your number. It cannot be 317 or 4. Outside of that, continue.
Okay, well, yeah, Jersey, got it Mike's way. Oh, we all agree on that. You got to have it Mike's way, right?
What makes it Mike's way? I don't go there often.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't want to
I
agree
gotta
to
have
that.
okay.
Yet.
So the Italian. So when you get the Italian, you gotta have it Mike's way. That's the one. Other than that, yeah. But if you get the Italian, you gotta go Mike's way. That's just a classic Italian sub. But yeah, Mike's. I'll go Jersey Mike's over Firehouse. But then we go Jersey. We talk about Firehouse. Next thing we're talking about OnlyFans. People are whipping up.
Whoa.
Different.
Well, that was Kevin Avery. Then you're whipping out your fire hose, and I'm just like, what are we doing here?
I was whipping out my $5 footlong.
Okay, all right. What you got? Okay, well, what you got
I'm
on your
gonna get
$5 footlong? We got
demonetized.
pepperonis, we got ham, we got turkey. Where we going?
No, I just got meat.
Oh, you're like Arby's. Hey, you're like Arby's. We got the meats.
That's the big salami. The big salami.
All right, let's go back to numbers. So we got 4, 17, 3. Oh, here we go. Keeping them going tonight.
Like that pork
man.
sausage.
I love it. All right, so hold on, Kevin. Do you have this number already picked out in your head? I guess ahead of time.
You gonna use Google?
What's the number?
I'm gonna spin a wheel. All right, I'm spinning a wheel 1 to 20. So go ahead, keep picking. We're gonna give them a couple minutes. Josh, you hadn't even given a piece of advice yet. 1 to 20 guys.
Piece of advice. Well, first off, if you want a great night, come over here on Friday nights. Not only will we provide you with $5 footlongs and fire hoses, but we'll provide you with good stock trading advice, my friends.
Yo, this is not even your channels. Y'all
I was gonna say, I'm sure this is all. This is all the opinions of this reflects the opinions of trading.
Yeah, right. This is what they got involved in. They're like, yeah, let's give Josh and Kevin a Friday night live stream after a drink or two. You know, it's like, well, I haven't had any. I'm actually drinking water over here still. I'm literally drinking water.
Wait, Josh, I got the worst pun. I got the worst pun. In honor of our lovable CEO Michael Katz, when the cat's away, the mice will play. You know, what can you say?
There we go. Okay, all right. No, but for real, I love this. I was going back to words when I was giving my thoughts to do this with you guys, and we'll have more. We'll have a lot of traders. I want some females to join. I'll get more people. You can only have so many people or people talking to where then people will just be. If we have 6, 8, 9 people, you don't want that. Then people are just sitting around. But 4 to 5 people, and you can give some good conversation and good headpieces as far as where we are. We talk about great things tonight. Every night we do this, and we're all essentially, I've said this every single time I go live, we're essentially all saying the same thing in just different verbiage, right? We're all going through the same stuff. So listen to what we're saying. If you're struggling, if you're going through a time of trial and error, and there's something you're struggling with, let's approach it. Let's figure out what it is, because most likely we've said something about it tonight for you to address it. And I did these things early on where I would ignore what people were saying and wouldn't take in advice and think that I could do everything on my own and I'm the shit and I'm the boss and I just know everything. Well, no, I don't. I need to listen to other people. And that's what makes good, no offense to go back to that. That's what makes good leaders. That makes good presidents, good CEOs of companies. They're listening to other people's ideas and they're growing with them. So do that yourself.
That was awesome. Could I cut in line and just piggyback off that for my idea here?
Do it.
Awesome. So I think that there's a lot of things that we know, but we haven't learned yet. You know that you need a stop loss, but I know a lot of traders who know that and still don't use a stop loss.
Right.
So there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. And often, for a lot of people, wisdom comes the hard way. You got to learn through pain. Not everybody. You can learn from our mistakes that we're talking about here. So listen to us, but understand that sometimes there's an old saying. It's like, it's something about like you I don't know, you pray with your hand over, like when your heart breaks, that's when the message goes in. You know, when the pain hits, that's when you'll actually get the message. You
Oh,
can
I
learn
actually have
smart
the
team
quote.
though.
Steve, I have the quote.
Oh, perfect.
Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. It is the bitter pill by which the doctor soothes its sick self. Therefore, trust the physician and drink his remedy in silence and tranquility. Khalil Gibran.
That was way better than the one I was thinking of. I do love Khalil Gibran though, so thank you, Baron. That was actually really, really nice. Um, yeah, I was gonna say something sarcastic or something, but that was actually pretty profound. So I'm gonna leave it at that, guys.
Love it. All right, come on. Who's piggybacking? Joe, Baron, Kevin. We'll leave it for Kevin to be last, Mr. Host of Trader. Wait, you just are you cutting Baron off again already? Were you worried you're gonna snitch?
I didn't do that.
Who,
I didn't do
who's
it.
doing that?
I didn't
Did
do
the
that.
Irish
Come on,
goodbye
the
on us
guy's
there?
some love. The guy needs some love here.
Yeah, we love Baron. He's such a great guy. So, Baron, let's go to you then, brother. What do you got for us to end out for the
Well,
night?
Jesus, Kevin. God,
I
I
didn't
didn't
do
think
that.
you
Gaslit us
didn't
too. He
like.
said he left.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Oh my God, for quoting ancient philosophers and poets. I guess I won't do that on Trade the Pool anymore.
I'm a fellow man of culture, Baron. I always welcome it. These
Thank you.
plebs, these plebeians, they don't know what they're missing.
Yeah.
Peasants.
Yeah. Oh,
You
love
know,
it.
I'll share my words of wisdom. I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure you did. I think my words of wisdom, the thing that made me blow up today, my bias, my own bias. So I was
Yeah.
going long. I was playing with going long. I did really well. Um, I know how small caps, small float move good enough that when I have the opportunity to go short, I need to understand that in like after hours, don't go short, go long. Go long, be flexible. When the market says go long, go long. When the market says go short, go short. The cognitive bias and inflexibility is what tears me up. It is probably what tears a bunch of folks up, where you're just like, oh yeah, it's going to go this way. I mean, as much as we share on people who do like momentum trading, like Ross Cameron has a point where he's like, it should work instantly. Like I want to be instantly green, and I shouldn't be negative 200, 300. Like it should be working in my direction. If it's not, then I'm being biased. And so that's something that I will share as my advice for myself and for anyone who's listening.
Love it. Joe, what do we got, Mr. Florida Joe? One-eyed Joe, the pirate, the man, the Indian himself.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. That's just
Jesus.
that's like that's the WWD.
Did you
Oh
call
wait,
him? Did you
yeah.
call
Well,
him a pirate
he
and an Indian in the
well, he
same
loves
sentence?
the Cleveland Indians. Florida Joe knows all this stuff. He has a lot of nicknames. First, he's Florida Joe because we went down to the Money Show, and he's just surrounded by women galore. He's got girlfriend. He's got women
Oh,
around him. He's got
I
so
think Hey, I think Rachel's watching.
That
So
was
keep it down.
I was gonna
Keep it
say,
down.
Oh, Rachel
like,
was there.
around
Rachel was there. Rachel was there. He's like, yeah. She's like, odd Florida. Like, yeah, this is my man. Yeah, y'all might want to watch out, because he was talking to other teachers. So that's why he was invited to dinner with Katz and us. He doesn't go to dinner with Michael. He's the man. He's the ladies' man. He's with this girl.
He didn't
what
go
is
to dinner.
happening in the
Oh yeah, so
stream?
that's
What
why
is
I call him
happening
Florida
here?
Joe. I feel like he's on.
I didn't know that. You
Yeah,
skipped
that's
out
why
on
he's
dinner
like
with the
Miami.
CEO.
Yeah, he's like, forget y'all. I'm not going to dinner with y'all guys. I'm going to chill with my girl and all these other girls because I'm Florida Joe. If you know what I'm saying. The girls come to Florida Joe, and then now he's got the one-eyed Joe going on, and then that I just love that's a good name, and then and then he's got the Cleveland Indians going on. So Joe's just a man of many characters, many vibes. Who doesn't love Joe? He's a
Joe, Joe,
everybody.
Joe, I'm from Akron. Where are you from?
I'm up in Sandusky.
oh, look at
Okay,
y'all.
Yeah,
very
brother.
cool.
I come down to Canton, go up to Cleveland.
Hmm. Very cool.
Hey,
Just want to check in.
and this is the perfect time to say we should have TTP meetups.
Yeah.
Meet up in a certain city. Talk about trading. Come up, pizza. Or wherever it is.
Drive, fly halfway around the country. Oh, there's pizza here.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I've done some of these meetups, and they're
Well,
always
anybody
a blast. They're so
anybody
much
in
fun.
They're so
our
fun. Yeah.
vicinity, yeah,
Hmm.
have a meetup. Trading's lonely as it is,
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
I'll
I
put out
mean,
the
like
bat
you said,
signal.
we
Anybody in
all
San
see each
Francisco,
other
hit me up
virtually.
for sure.
We,
I'm
very rarely do we get to sit and if I'm sitting and talking trading with my family or something, they're telling me, "Oh, you're gonna lose your ass," and
Right? Yeah.
I'm
They're
like,
making
You
whenever
have
you
no you have no
Joe,
idea. I can't talk to you about that.
whenever you tell your family about a good trade, they're like, "Why didn't you just use your entire port?" Whenever you tell them about a bad trade, it's like, "Why are you a degenerate gambler?" Civilians don't get it. You need to
Well, they
have
Yeah.
say,
traders to talk about this
"What
stuff
do
with.
you think about this stock? I have this stock.
Oh. And
I
then
have
What
they
do you
then they
Neo
harass
at
you about it for six
$60."
months. Yeah.
And I'm like,
what do you
"Bro," I told him, I said, "You need to sell that. You need to sell right now half your business."
Oh, you need to sell.
It's like,
What do you
Mhm.
think?
Jesus,
What do you think about big?
$60 deal.
What do you think about
Yeah.
Bitcoin when it's at 126,000
Yeah.
or
It's like
it's
you're buying it either way. Why are you asking me?
there's
You know?
there's truly nothing like it. The experience in Orlando with you guys was mystical is the best way I could put it. I mean, it was just I you know I don't look. I'm a degenerate in that I don't enjoy things that normal people enjoy. Like for example, we went bowling with Trade the Pool. I don't care anything about bowling. Like look, most people are there they have so much fun with bowling, but what the fun was in the bowling is that look, we can have like it's
Yeah.
kind of the byproduct of something bigger. That's when I can have fun when when we're growing something
Yeah.
beyond ourselves together and doing something outside of ourselves where we're trading, we're trying to improve our lives, our families' lives, trade the pool, and then this is just kind of here bowling or whatever it would be that we would do, playing horseshoe, playing whatever it is that we're. It doesn't matter what that is. The fun is just being with traders and living this dream together that look so many aspire but few actually take the risk, and everybody's a trader by nature. I say this often, everybody's a trader. You have people that trade tuitions for degrees. You have people that trade their time, they trade their time via a job for money. You have people trading everything risk. What we do is trade risk for money. So everybody is a trader in nature. We just trade risk for money. That's what we do, and that's why we bond together so well when we get together like this. Is because we know the ups and downs, the thrills, the euphoria, the degeneracy, the panic, the losses, all of it. It's a journey unlike anything else, and that's why I agree, Joe. I mean, we need to get together more because
Yeah.
it brings that level of life. Like you just back to you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, in trading, it's like I always think like we're constantly like in the middle of like either like a Greek tragedy or a comedy or it's like the stakes are higher. It feels like it's like we really do every day go out there and put it on the line. Not
Hmm.
everything on the line, but still that's something that just most people don't do on a daily basis. And I think that there's something to be said for, instead of skydiving once a year or something, just like if you're the kind of person who
Yeah.
hears about what we're talking about, you're like, yeah, I resonate with that. Well, jump on in, brother.
Yes.
The water's
Yes.
the water's just fine.
And it's imperfect people, right? Like I think that's what I love most about the community we're building. Nobody's trying to say, "Look, like I'm beyond the next person." It's like we all have things that we're uphill battles that we're trying to face and that we're trying to push forward. And this community is here because we're trying to grow together and improve ourselves and improve each other in the process.
Well, that's really well said, but just not just imperfect people, because I think we're all imperfect. The thing that binds us is we're imperfect people who are making a very concerted effort every day to work on what's
Yeah.
not working for us. And that's
Yes.
not something the
Yes.
average person does. I think 9 out of 10 traders fail. I think 9 out of 10 people don't really put the work in on themselves, to be honest.
Mm,
It really
yeah.
comes down to it. Like
The
facing
mark.
those
Yeah.
real tough questions when you look yourself in the mirror and go, "Why did I take this trade? What about my psychology made me need to do this?" That those uncover really deep things that aren't just about trading. And so by addressing them in trading, it transfers to your life. I'm a better person from before,
Yes.
you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're looking in a mirror in the market. You're looking in a mirror. It's a broken mirror, by the way. It's a broken mirror, but we're looking at it nonetheless. I got to
All those
get this.
house mirrors.
Yeah, exactly. Or there's 100 of them. Let's do this giveaway before we wrap it up tonight, guys.
go.
And let's go with it. Here's the spinner.
Drum roll.
Let's spin it. Best of luck to whoever played this. I got to figure out how to do this. Spin. Press
He
spin
can
button.
make all the money in
Five,
the world, but can't
five,
spin a wheel.
All right. Did anyone guess 13? If not, we're good.
13.
No,
Lucky
we
number
only have a few.
13.
Oh, by the way, some may be just in here. So we're doing a giveaway, 5K account giveaway. Put a number down, not 12, 3, 17, or 4. Any other number. Throw it down right now. We're spinning.
I'm
Spin
looking
it
back
is.
right now.
I didn't see a 13.
Yep, no 13.
On we go.
Lucky 13
Five,
is
five.
3. Oh, we did
Three.
have a
We
3.
did have
So
three,
3.
BNP.
Yep.
oh
BN,
oh
BNNP 90. Congratulations. Go ahead and email me. We'll forward it over to the team over at Trade the Pool, and I'll throw down that email right now.
I can't believe how close I was to 5.
You could feel it. Your intuition just
feel it.
needs the tiniest tweak. Just nudge
A
it
little
2.
bit.
Yeah,
Little bit.
just change the settings 2. Then you're good.
Yeah. Did anyone
Buy
hear
a lot
my
of-
jackal reference? Jackal. It's a jackal.
Congrats on the
Right
5K
on.
giveaway for Trade the. Are you do you trade over at Trade the Pool, by the way, BNNP 90, or is this going to be your first account? So I can, if it's your first account, what you need to do is just go ahead and on Trade the Pool's website create an account. You don't have to pay for anything, just username, email, password, and with that email me the email I put in. Email me your email that you registered for an account. I'll let the team know. They will deposit credits into your account. You use those credits to purchase the 5K giveaway, again, at no cost to you. So go ahead and follow those steps. Traders, it's been a great Friday night live stream. This is the first one that we've done overall on Trade the Pool's channel. And fingers crossed we can keep it up. This has been a lot of fun. We just get to hang out, talk trading, talk strengths, weaknesses, the week, kind of a recap of the week. But this will wrap up our Friday night live stream tonight. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining, and ladies as well who joined in the chat. This has been so much fun and beneficial for the traders. Again, this is a lonely journey. This is a lonely journey.
Yeah.
So to come together outside of the trading hours and kind of refine our skill set and really help each other out, it's I think this is essential. It's very essential. But traders, until next week, we appreciate you. You guys have a great night. Go ahead and email me. I'll get that 5K account over to you. Appreciate you all. Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Good night.
thanks guys.